We are already recording.
Does everything have a beginning?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the
Maybe.
beginning of the Clever and Original Podcast. I'm
That's a
one of your
possibility.
hosts,
I'm not 100%.
Kayley Misialek, alongside me, the man with a plan, Jayden Reinhart.
What if there is no beginning and we just create like a beginning because we can't wrap our minds
Well,
Well, it's
around
all about
there
frames
being
of
no
reference, so yes.
Everything
Time is an illusion.
relative.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all relative.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, it's all just frames of
Einstein.
reference.
beginning.
Because everything can
Maybe
go
I'm
back
not
to
late.
Einstein.
Maybe you're just all
So-
early.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Look at that, tying that in like a boss.
Funny things that JJ doesn't know about.
Yeah, 'cause
Speaking
you've
of
seen-
which, this is
Don't
JJ
know.
Larson.
Don't know.
Who's right here.
No, I'm
What's
so.
from
I'm not-
Spider-Verse?
In a red sweat shirt jacket.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, sweatshirt jacket.
It is red.
Is it?
Yes. This is.
More, it's
What does
kind
r-
of blue though, isn't it?
What
It's not
does
really
red look like?
Yeah, that's blue.
It's pretty red.
That's
What
no.
if like everyone has a different perception? Of
Yeah, that's
red?
blue.
They
That's
probably
definitely-
do slightly.
Okay,
That's blue.
Jay, shut up.
Leave in the comments if you think that
Jay.
sweater's blue. Hoodie, whatever.
Yeah, hoodie, sweatshirt.
Not real. Doesn't exist.
Fake news.
Yep, nothing exists
Mm.
like this podcast. Which, if you haven't listened to us, this fake podcast before,
Mhm.
we talk about comic book movie type stuff, video game type stuff, particularly in that order.
But not really because it's fake.
Right. So, let's get on with it.
Yeah.
Star Wars is getting a TV series on Disney Plus, which we already knew about, except looks like it's going to be called The Mandalorian. It will be coming out in 2019, and this is the Jon Favreau TV show
When.
that will be debuting as a part of the Disney Plus streaming service.
You know what I think? If you're
I-
dating someone who doesn't appreciate Star Wars, you're looking for love in Alderaan places.
I hate you.
Ha!
That was actually on my Facebook like 3 years ago thing. So
Yeah, good.
Really?
Good job.
Huh.
Very fucking funny.
See, Jay thought so.
yeah, I thought so
Clearly-
3 years
he
ago.
Clearly
apparently.
did. He
Snap.
clearly
Yeah.
thought it was pretty funny.
But
Boy, that was funny.
It was
The-
mildly funny.
The
It was funny.
Mandalorian is set after the fall of the Empire and before the emergence of the First Order, reads the synopsis.
I heard Mandalorian. And I was like KOTOR. And I was like,
Why would they ever do a KOTOR game? Show. Whatever.
fucking
live
better.
action.
That's
Because it's not stupid.
You've got
Exactly.
you've got to have the stuff that relates to the new trilogy,
Yeah,
because otherwise there's no synergy.
yeah.
but nobody
That
gives a
lightsaber with the two extra little tiny lightsabers, which makes a lot of difference, I guess.
It's just a cross guard.
Yeah, but what is it like?
It's
Does it
just-
actually work?
It would just stop the lightsaber from.
No, but you know if you cut the hilt in half, right?
Yeah.
That like the lightsaber breaks.
Yeah.
So it doesn't the hilt come out a little bit?
Yeah, but that's just containing like part of that because your hand is literally right here. And
Right. No,
so
but
it's
but like it comes up in a T, right? And there's like
Yeah.
little things
Kinda,
shooting the
yeah.
tiny lightsaber.
yeah.
Mhm.
So unless it came down and then like out a little bit, that would stop it.
Well,
but if
it's
it came
not like-
straight down,
It's
it would just
not
cut
like
it
an
in half.
actual lightsaber part, right?
a
I mean, well, I mean
light.
it is a lightsaber, but you know what I mean. It's not like the actual blade, right?
Yeah.
It's like exhaust or something
Yeah, something
that's
like
coming
that.
out.
I don't know.
Because supposedly it's like an ancient lightsaber.
Oh, like a
Except
super-
they never explain that in the movies.
Yeah.
So
So everyone's like, "Oh, it's a weird looking lightsaber."
Mm-hmm. It's kind of weird.
that
It seems like it'd be the equivalent of someone playing an SNES saying it's the best console.
Yeah, I guess. So.
sure.
You know,
But yeah,
just get a
I-
new
I could
lightsaber.
see-
You just gotta
I don't know.
upgrade. Get rid of that old
Cool.
trashy crap.
yeah,
you know?
get a cool one like
Yeah.
Rey. Rey is a good one.
Yeah.
Doesn't Rey's lightsaber? Isn't that?
It's just
Luke's.
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 It's
Guy,
just-
or well, Anakin's.
Yeah, it's just Anakin's.
Mm.
Okay, but yeah, The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian.
Jon Favreau. What are our thoughts on this and whether or not we're gonna watch it? on Disney Plus.
Well, it's kind of been my like theme with any sort of media, but I'll probably wait for other people to watch it before me and see what people say about it, you know? Like, oh, this is great, and then I'll watch it, obviously, or, oh, it wasn't that good, then I'll just, you know, pass it by. Kind of save my time.
I don't know. Star Wars has kind of been pretty missed lately.
Mm-hmm.
Jon Favreau, though, has been really good and also really meh before. Like, he did great movies like Elf, Iron Man, he did The Jungle Book, but he's also had some clunkers like Cowboys and Aliens.
Yeah.
Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2 is not good.
Yeah. It's kind of up in the air. It's pretty much a coin flip, really.
Yeah, I don't know.
See how he's feeling.
Right. I mean, he's done some good things in the past. Well, a lot of good things, but I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I've been kind of disinterested in the Star Wars universe.
Well, and especially because this is on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
meaning I have to buy a
too.
subscription.
Yeah, like
to even watch it.
Like I already have enough subscriptions. I don't want to spend any more money.
Yeah.
And I guess the thing is that they would say is drop like Netflix or something. Well, I'm not dropping Netflix.
Yeah, I use Netflix. I
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah.
Why would I drop something I use?
I mean, yeah, like this. I mean, I'm probably not gonna get Disney streaming service.
To be fair, I don't pay for Netflix.
Yeah, I don't pay for mine either.
I pay for mine.
I pay for
Fuck
my
you
Hulu.
guys.
Someone else pays for it. And
Actually, I pay for Spotify, and that's how I pay for Hulu.
I pay for VRV.
Yeah, I also pay for
Verve.
Crunchyroll. I just realized I pay for Crunchyroll.
You gotta
I
switch that to
forgot about
VRV,
it.
man.
Why?
Because it's Crunchyroll plus Funimation plus.
Isn't Funimation
Mondo
just free
TV,
on their website?
Some of it.
Oh, okay.
Not all of it. But it's like 15 different like anime and cartoon companies. I'm not like sponsored by them or anything. It's just, you know.
No, you are.
You
Jay
fucking
is,
chill.
Oh,
Get
fuck.
out.
No, they got Boomerang
Jay
too.
is weeb.
They just recently got Boomerang. So you watch Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo's cool.
Yeah. And the top like title, they're like, we just got Boomerang, so you can watch everything from A to Zoinks. And I was like, haha, that's clever. Not
Well,
sponsored.
it's like, what does Boomerang just does the old Hanna-Barbera stuff, right?
Yep. So, I know it's been on there for a while, but Rocko's Modern Life,
Oh, cool.
that's there. Rocket Power,
Really?
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's got like a lot
so
of
it
those
doesn't. It's not
cartoons
just because like those are on different like networks
Mhm.
back in the day.
Yeah, but now like VRV is like a collection, I guess,
Okay.
and it has Crunchyroll too, which is why I say it. Like
Okay.
it's like a few dollars more, and you get a ton of different services. And
Mm.
Mondo, which does
See, the thing
little
is,
shorts and stuff.
I'm not a weeb.
That's fair.
Jay's a weeb, though.
I'm super weeby.
Jay's a giant weeb.
I'm
Yeah.
also not a child.
I'm a child.
Also, speaking about how I'm not a child,
Mhm.
Spider-Verse won Best Animated Film
Yeah.
at the Golden Globes, and I'm so pumped about it.
Miss doesn't watch cartoons. Also, speaking of which, this awesome animation, not a cartoon. Like, okay.
Yeah, I won Best Golden Globes for Best Animated Film tonight,
Yeah.
beating out The Incredibles 2, Wreck-It Ralph 2, and there was something else. Oh yeah, Isle of Dogs. And I think there was a Japanese one that I don't remember the name of.
I need to watch Wreck-It Ralph too.
I haven't seen the first one.
It's good. It's not like great or anything, but
yeah.
I like the first Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the second one.
yeah, neither have I.
This was also the first, only the third time that a non-Disney Studios movie has won Best Animated Film. The other two were The Adventures of Tintin, and then last year's How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Mhm.
Okay.
Or was it maybe it was 2 years ago. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
the first time that Animation has ever won this.
Good job, Sony.
Also, that's kind of messed up that only Disney has really won this award.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of their main stake in it, though. like with
Mhm.
Nintendo and its portable consoles.
Yeah, I think everyone expected The Incredibles 2 to win, and
Mhm.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse has won. And also, out of all those movies, it has the best, I guess, tomato meter, which doesn't say how good a film is, but just like everyone liked it.
Yeah.
A
What society thinks of it.
97%
Yeah.
on Rotten Tomatoes, which is like really good.
I mean, the big thing they did was match the feel of the story with the animation style and the
Yeah.
soundtrack. It all meshed really well.
Yeah, I think it
Mhm.
deserved it. Like,
Mhm.
a lot of those animations like Pixar and Disney all, I don't know, look the same.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
But like the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, like that doesn't look like any animated film
No.
I've ever seen. And it was a really good story, really good characters,
Mhm.
and like you said, the music, it all meshed together perfectly. And it definitely, I think, deserves it more than any of these other animated films. Granted, I haven't
sure.
seen them,
Yeah.
but based on like, I guess, animation alone, I think it definitely gets a major leg up on the other competition.
Mhm. Definitely.
Mhm. I still
You
need
gotta
to
see it.
JJ still
I
hasn't
still
seen
need
it.
to see it.
I
Yeah.
would go see it again.
For sure. It was great.
So yeah, Spider-Verse, best animated picture. Also, I don't think we know at the time of this recording, but Black Panther was nominated for best drama.
Mm. What
So I
won?
don't know if we don't know if it actually won yet,
Oh,
as far
okay.
as I know. But I guess I'll keep you updated if I find out anything. But as far as I think that's the last award they give out.
Mhm.
So yeah, not sure yet, but yeah, it was nominated for best drama for the Golden Globes. All right, moving on. That does it for movie type stuff this week. Not that much going on in the world of live action animated comic book movie type stuff. Let's get on to some video game type stuff with Nintendo. Their president has said in a recent interview with a Japanese newspaper, Nike, I think it's Nikkei. I think maybe I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. It's a financial newspaper in Japan, and a translation has said that Nintendo may stop producing consoles in the future, and their focus may shift away from producing home consoles, saying that Nintendo has been around for a long time, or they've been developing consoles for over 30 years, but they've also been a company for a lot longer time than that. I think like over 100 or like close to 200 years. So they said that it's not unheard of that they switched, to stay like, I don't know, relevant as a company.
Mhm.
So it's very possible that their focus could shift away from home consoles. What are our thoughts on this? Nintendo no longer making video games?
I don't know what they would be doing then.
Would
I
they
guess
just do
I'd-
like Sega stuff? Like just
I'd have
put
to
their
see
games
what else
on other
they're-
stuff, I guess.
I
Maybe.
think this is like if let's say consoles are no longer a thing in the future, like I don't know, like you just get a controller and your TV comes with a console built into it
Oh, I see. Yeah,
or whatever.
something like that.
That
That could make sense.
It's hard to imagine, but I mean, there's a lot of things that we don't imagine that couldn't have imagined earlier and then come to reality. So
Well, there's I believe something like projected a light that made like a keyboard basically and like a mouse pad, and you could like type on it even though there was nothing
Mhm.
there. So
yeah,
maybe we'll just have watches that connect to our TV,
hmm
and play games that way. That'd be weird, but I don't know. It's a little surprising to me because it did the Switch and it's been fairly successful.
yeah. I don't
They're
think
just up
this.
and like, all right, well, We're done with that.
Yeah, I mean,
We're
it would
good.
be weird. I'm not sure what exactly this means coming from Nintendo's president,
Yeah.
but I don't feel like they would stop consoles anytime soon.
Yeah, I wouldn't. They're
Um,
successful, so I don't.
So like,
Maybe they're
I'm-
just not focusing on them as much. Like they're gonna stick with the Switch for a while or something.
yeah, I mean, the Switch just came out, so I don't think they're gonna have a new console for a while.
No,
Um,
I doubt it.
But I don't know. Maybe with it seems like every single Nintendo console has been on a downward trend in sales.
Mhm.
Up until the Switch. Now the Switch is a leap now, definitely beating out the Wii U and getting up close to the GameCube and stuff.
Mhm.
But every other Nintendo console has sold less and less consoles than the previous one. So I guess if that's what they were thinking,
Yeah.
Mhm.
consoles are getting worse, maybe.
Or maybe since
s-
they hit the gold mine, the proverbial
Yeah.
gold mine, they're like, all right, that's good. Let's just mine this for a while.
well, maybe the Switch is the exception to the trend, right?
Mhm.
It could be them actually changing it, but who knows, right?
Well, I know I watched a video of a guy, not just putting it through a stress test, but taking it apart.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently the memory is pretty easily replaceable.
For the Switch.
Yeah. So I was thinking, after watching that video, it would make a lot of sense for them to be like, here's an updated version with more memory.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not, but
Yeah, I mean, who knows? But I think I don't know. Maybe this is just them saying that we're not gonna be bound to games and live or die based on the game industry.
I mean, yeah, they have
That's
a lot of
kinda
money,
smart.
so they could do whatever they wanted.
you could
Basically.
just start banking. Nintendo
Nintendo Bank.
Yeah.
Nintendo banking.
I feel like it would have to be something in entertainment wise,
Yeah,
because they've
yeah.
always done games and toys.
Mhm.
Card games were their first thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That'd be cool if they went back to that.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of interesting. I don't know. That market's kind of flooded too, though.
Right now,
Card games
yeah.
virtual and not,
Yeah, ever since Hearthstone, there's been an uptick in the amount of card games.
It's one of the only pretty well accepted forms of microtransactions in video games now. Is
What,
buying
card
packs
games?
of cards, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Because
that's
that's
kind
just
of
always how it's been. It's how it works. So people
it's
aren't upset by
inherent
it
to
to the game.
yeah, to well, just cards in general, except
Yeah.
for playing cards, playing cards or Uno.
Yeah, yeah.
Any collectible card game,
Mhm.
even baseball doesn't have a game with it, right? But that's the whole point, is you buy booster packs and you can unlock, you can get a rare card, or
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, collectible card games are all based on microtransactions.
Pretty much.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
that
shiny
sounds
stuff.
weird saying that,
Yeah.
because Magic, existed long before
Well, it's the same idea,
microtransactions did.
Mhm.
You buy a pack.
There are multiple installments throughout your
Yeah.
time playing.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
buy things, you don't know what's in them.
Yeah,
You're right. It's a loot box.
basically.
Like a literal physical.
Physical loot
Mhm.
pack.
Mhm.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll see what happens, I guess.
Yeah. I hope they don't, but I mean, who knows? Don't think I would be too upset. It would depend on what they do with it, right?
Yeah.
It would depend on if they continue to make games without a for third party or whatever,
Yeah.
or if they just stop making games
Mhm.
altogether. Then I probably would be upset.
That'd be weird
Yeah.
though, because most of the Nintendo games, a big part of the game is the console itself. Motion control, or the Wii U's dual screens. The
Mhm.
Switch now is the Joy-Cons. If it was just on an Xbox, that'd be weird, right?
Yeah,
just a
it
controller
would
and a
feel
screen.
weird, because a lot of these games are made specifically for these consoles.
Mhm.
A lot of the games, had like motion control like infused as part of the game for like the Wii, right? Or like they use the gamepad for like Splatoon, right? Just like doing specific things that you can only do with this specific console.
Yeah.
You know, they really do like using the gyro thing in Switch for like Zelda Dungeons or whatever. Same with Mario Odyssey, etc. So yeah, it would be weird to just see them on like a regular, an Xbox or like PlayStation.
Yeah,
or
that'd be strange.
Or like PC.
Imagine playing
Yeah.
fucking Mario like Odyssey on PC.
Ugh.
That'd be weird.
Like flick the mouse or something to throw the cap.
Yeah, just
yeah, but Nintendo, probably just speculative at this point. I don't think they will be giving up on the console business too soon.
Right. Where there's money to be made.
Speaking of game consoles, Slightly Mad Studios CEO Ian Bell had mentioned that they are making a new standalone console called the Mad Box. The studio, which is known for racing games such as Cars, Cars 2, and some Need for Speed games. Based out of London, is developing a new console, like I said, the Mad Box. It will. They say it will be a console in the vein of like Xbox or PlayStation. Will be able to support 4K and will allow VR games to be played at 120 frame rates per second, and will come with a full engine for game developers and will allow games from all developers, old and new. Saying that they believe the console space has room for competition. He said, quote, "We think the industry is a little too much of a monopoly or a micro-oligopoly. We think competition is healthy and we have the required hardware contacts to be able to bring something epic to fruition based on our designs." So, what do you think about a new gaming console coming into
I don't know.
competition?
It depends what's on it, I guess, but have some steep competition in terms of Xbox and PlayStation.
I mean, video games is a pretty healthy marketplace right now in the sense where like people are always making video games, good or bad. Like there's a ton of them. Like Steam doesn't have all the video games ever on it. Because like certain companies won't give up their video games, or maybe the game isn't good enough to be there or whatever. So it's not like they can't do this. I guess they'll have games to put on it, but if not their own, at least
they just got to find people to buy the console.
Yeah, that's gonna be because people are so attached to.
People already have.
I'm a PC guy. I'm an Xbox guy. I'm a Sony.
They already have all of those. Like if you're not gonna miss out on much if you don't have it.
Well, and that's the thing. Like the best part about playing games is playing with friends, and so you don't want to be the only person among your friends buying this console, spending a bunch of money on it, and you have no one to play with, except like randoms online.
I think there's so many people who buy game consoles that there's probably enough people who would buy this thing.
Oh, for sure.
There's should be theoretically be room in the market for this. That being said, like you said, people want to play with their friends. They're attached to the specific console. It's very hard for people to get into the console space. Like Apple tried it, they failed. I don't know, it's kind of different, but like Steam tried it and the Steam boxes didn't really break into, I guess, the console space. And that's coming from Valve, a company that everyone knows and for the most part really likes. So it should be interesting to see this. Also, Ouya was a thing.
I don't remember that. I don't remember
that wasn't.
That had like Android games.
It was based on Android, or the console OS was Android. supposedly an update version of Android, but still Android. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It should be interesting. It's supposed to come out in like around 3 years, which probably like a year or two into the next console generation cycle. With the PS5 and the next Xbox. It should be interesting to see how this goes about. They say like it definitely doesn't feel like the Ouya because like they're doing support 4K, allow VR games, etc. But I'm kind of curious to see how this plays out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that optimistic about it, but I mean, cool if it works, I guess.
Yeah.
And you're seeing the same thing on like with Steam competitors because we talked about it. I don't know if it was last episode before maybe, where Epic Games is gonna start their own store.
Yeah.
And they have like a really good platform to do it with everyone having Fortnite installed, right?
Yeah.
So they just attach that to their storefront, and oh look, you got a store now. Might as well buy some games here, you know.
Right.
So people are like,
it'd be good if Steam had a competitor because like Steam just I don't
sucks.
I don't really like it.
Steam sucks for creators.
Yeah.
Like big time. It takes a big portion of their money.
Not only that, like I don't like I feel like the interface and the design is like super stale. It's been like exactly the same for like 6 years.
I've never once used their voice chat.
No. Everything about that's like awful. You just use Discord.
Yeah.
Discord's like actually good.
Before Discord I used Skype.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems weird to use for
like on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
They have a music player
on Steam.
Too. Yeah.
Nope.
I've never used it.
Not even gonna fuck with that.
But yeah, I mean, the console space hasn't really. I think it really only ever supported 4 consoles once, and one of the 4 consoles was bad enough where they got kicked out of the console business with Sega Dreamcast, Xbox, PlayStation 2, and then a Nintendo GameCube.
Yeah, I mean, if we start seeing other people stepping up who aren't already doing consoles, it's very likely someone's gonna have to leave.
Yeah, I would assume it would be the Mad Box that would lose out.
Yeah. It'd be really surprising if they just entered and like Sony lost or something.
Yeah, I don't feel like
make any sense.
I feel like 3 Microsoft. I mean, maybe Nintendo because they just started talking about not making any more consoles.
Yeah. What if they
but like
step out?
I mean, probably not considering the Switch is doing so well.
Yeah.
And like all 3 companies are major, like stable, you know, got a strong foothold in the industry that, you know, it doesn't seem like they'll take too much of a hit from this. But then again, you know, Nintendo pretty much had a 95% control or 90% control of the market in the early 90s before Sega came in with the Genesis and made it more 50-50. So who knows?
Might even stick around for a little while, even if it does eventually lose.
Yeah. So it should be interesting. We haven't seen anything like this since Microsoft entered the competition with Xbox in 2001, which by the time this comes out will be around 20 years.
That's a long time ago. That's weird.
So yeah, definitely something new, something something you don't see often. Clearly, so
new console.
You're right. Yeah. We'll keep you up to date on this. Should be interesting.
Yeah.
Speaking of consoles, Soulja Boy has a console that was like this. I think it was Soulja Boy, was what it was called.
Yeah, it was like a game.
It was like a Game Boy.
It was actually the first one was called the Soulja Boy game.
Yeah.
And it was a huge missed opportunity, right? And then he came around with the Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game Boy ripoff.
It
That's
just had
very
It was
strange.
just ROMs packed, but I guess it got putting him at risk to getting sued by Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, well now it appears he's no longer selling Soldier Boys, which are based on Chinese consoles that kind of like ripped off Nintendo.
Soldier Boy ripped off Chinese consoles, ripping off Nintendo.
That's pretty amusing.
So yeah, I didn't even know Soldier Boy was still a thing.
I mean,
He is now.
I mean, I guess technically he still exists. So,
Right.
yeah, he's still
I
around.
didn't.
He's not.
He's
Really
not
making,
really a thing anymore.
He's not really making music these days. But
No.
Yeah.
yeah,
The only thing I remember is
the
Crank That, I think is
yeah.
what it was called.
it's
The Soldier Boy, that hoe.
yeah, I don't know.
Now watch me, you.
Yeah. But yeah, interesting thought.
Yeah.
Soldier Boy making his own console.
I mean, it feels like a publicity stunt, right?
Kind of, but
Like-
I don't know.
Like, did he really? Well, maybe he thought it would work, but did his advisors really think that would work?
I don't think so.
You know, like you'd imagine they'd be like, "Oh, hey, you know, it doesn't work for the Chinese ripoff. Maybe we shouldn't rip off the." And from what I saw of it too, it was pretty blatant. Like they were literally like copy pasting pictures from like an Amazon page onto their page.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they weren't even trying to hide it. They were just like copy pasting like misspelled descriptions onto the page.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was like minimal effort. Like they just changed the name. It was. I feel like it was probably like just trying to get attention. It's hard to believe it's anything else. But people are stupid, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, that does it for the news this week. That's right. Any other talks on that Soldier Boy
Yeah,
console?
it's a
No.
thing.
Getting on into the juice. The Nintendo Switch. Speaking of Nintendo consoles, just video game consoles today.
Mhm.
It's been over, let's see. What year is it?
2019.
2019.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the Switch came out in 2017 of March.
Mhm.
So it's been over a year and a half, close to 2 years now.
Mhm.
You have a Switch, I have a Switch. JJ doesn't have a Switch.
Gotta
But
get
we've
on
all
it.
played the Switch
I
a
have.
bit.
I don't have one. I haven't used it.
Gotta get
What
on it.
have we played? What are our favorite games from the Switch?
Mario Odyssey is pretty good. I played that for a little bit.
I was thinking about playing that recently again. It's been a little while. I haven't beaten it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Breath of the Wild is probably still my favorite so far.
That's what I've been spending the most time
Like-
on for sure. Yeah.
Smash Bros. Ultimate is awesome,
Oh yeah.
Smash is
but
good.
it's Smash. Like, I mean, it's great, don't get me wrong, but like, it's kind of the same game as
the other
previous
ones.
ones.
Yeah,
You can play a few rounds, but then it gets kind of samey.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's good though.
Yeah, it's
I haven't
good.
really
I
played
really
anything,
like it. I just unlocked all of the characters for Smash Brothers Ultimate, so
It's a lot of characters.
yeah.
A lot of characters to unlock. I
Mr.
wonder,
Game and Watch was my last one.
Mr. Game.
is the DLC just gonna like give us the characters now then, or do you think we have to unlock them?
I don't know, cause like it
That'll
just
be
gave
weird.
you them in the Wii U version, but they
Yeah.
also gave you all the characters at the start.
Yeah.
I would think they would just give it to you since you're paying money for it.
It feels that way. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they got Piranha Plant still to come and Joker from Persona
Mm-hmm.
series.
That'll be interesting. I have to learn a couple of characters.
Yeah. But yeah, Zelda Breath of the Wild is probably still my favorite game on there.
Oh, for sure. I played Mario Party by myself a few times.
Yeah.
I picked up the game, but
Also, I guess this isn't exclusive to Nintendo Switch, but Sonic Mania.
Yeah.
Really good. And I think the fact that I can take it with me is what makes it even better.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, that's like the big thing about the Switch. You can play it on the go.
Yeah. Okay, update. Black Panther did not win Best Motion Picture for a drama. That went to Bohemian Rhapsody, the biopic about Queen and Freddie Mercury.
Okay. I haven't actually seen
Freddie Mercury is a part of Queen, but you know what I mean.
Who's Queen? Just kidding. Little joke about all
about Gus Johnson. About that Gus Johnson video. That video is great. But
which I want to see that movie, by the way. I haven't seen
which one?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
I haven't done it, but
yeah, you could check it out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, imagine it's interesting. I mean, if it won the
Golden
Globe, then it's probably
probably
interesting.
Yeah.
Chances are.
But yeah. Back to the Switch, unless you guys want to talk about Bohemian Rhapsody. Just so Breath of the Wild is our top pick between Jay and I.
I'd
right?
say so, for sure.
yeah.
I mean,
I haven't played that one, so
there's always like something to do, I guess. Even though the world isn't like infinitely big like some games try to be.
Well, it's like so I don't know. Is it like revolutionary? I guess a word like that could be or is that too like I don't know? Because this game like it changed so much about the Zelda like formula. It's not like really any other Zelda game. And like as far as like adventure games, this is like nothing like anything else I've ever really played. Like the open world, other games have done that, but like being able to like climb over everything or just some of the like intricacies, like how like weapons break and like the weather, the dynamic weather that like affects how the game is played is really interesting, and how difficult it is. It's just trying to make you do different things without like actually being like, hey, do this other thing. It just kind of like forces it up. It's natural feel like you have to do this other thing to.
And it is very like world happening around you and not so much world happening for you, which is what I see in a lot of games. I actually, for the podcast, I play a little bit of Far Cry 5, and so far that game's pretty trash. At one point, I was so disinterested in the story, I just stood up and made a PB&J sandwich while the guy was talking to me.
Well,
he was talking to me in the game, and I just took off my headset.
Far Cry
5.
I haven't played that
The
one.
newest one.
I played...
Not a very interesting story.
I played 4. 3, of course. I liked 3 a lot. Primal was actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
There were no guns, so like that was kind of cool.
I
just ran around and like threw spears at shit and like skinned things, and I don't know.
But I've become
fought
aware.
Neanderthals,
I've become aware of what the game like wants you to do, and so I'll just like start not doing that. And so at one point in the game, it's like, this is the button to sneak. This is the button to kill someone who's not aware of you. I just pulled out my pistol and just shot everyone. I was like, that was easy. That was really easy. They probably weren't expecting me to just take out a pistol and kill them, I guess. They wanted me to sneak, and I didn't. And like so many like flaws. It's very like railroady and Breath of the Wild doesn't do that, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
The world just happens around you. Though there's a storm, I know you were gonna do this thing, but now you got unequipped all that equipment, so you don't get zapped by lightning and die. Just happened to me many times.
Lightning.
Yeah, that's also interesting. I guess. Yeah, definitely a really great game, Breath of the Wild. Yeah. So, any other thoughts on that?
I haven't played Mario Kart in a while.
Mario Kart. Oh yeah, that's right.
Mario Kart's fun.
Well, it came out on the Wii U, so I guess I don't really consider that much of a Switch game. But I mean, it is. They get the DLC
Switch, but it wasn't
from
made for it.
Right. Updated graphics, I guess, like more HD than it was before.
Yeah, and they got the battle modes too.
Yeah.
Which wasn't on the Wii U.
Well, there was, but it was like on tracks versus like actual battle maps.
Do you know what they need to do? They need to bring Mario Maker to the Switch.
Yeah, that'd
you
be cool, like a
imagine,
Mario Maker 2 or
Yeah,
something.
I mean, because the game's portable, like the Switch, the console, you could like play Mario Maker, like make a level, and then just like share it with people. Like, hey, check out this level, and just send it to
Well,
them.
I think the thing is that
so cool.
like the Wii U, it had the 2 screens, right? And so you could do it on the bottom of the screen and see it on the top. Where it's like you can't play it with it in your hands and also on the screen.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think you could still put it all on one screen.
Okay.
I mean, when I was building in Mario Maker, I wasn't looking at the top screen anyways,
Okay.
I was always just face into the pad.
Mm-hmm. That's all you need, really.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
All right. I think that does it for us.
Yeah.
Thanks
Bada
for
bing, bada
listening
boom.
to this episode of the
Yeah.
Clever and Original
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Podcast. Jay, if people want to find you on the social media sphere, where can they do that?
If you want to come find me and sell me your console, come find me on Twitter at Jayden Reinhart.
And JJ, where can people find you?
J Larson 107.
And you can find me at Kayley Misialek, K-A-Y Misialek on Twitter. You can find us all at Clever_Original on Twitter. And as you are right now, listen to us each and every week on SoundCloud, iTunes, and other podcast services. And we'll catch you next week on episode 178.
Yeah.
Woo.